Everybody doing out there? I can't say this lovely Tuesday afternoon, but it is a little bleaky, a little cloudy, maybe with some drizzling happening here in California. I don't know how it looks where you guys are. But anyway, it's still a beautiful day, no matter what, still a beautiful day. So good afternoon, everybody out there. Welcome to Tips from Elaine's Desk. Elaine Proby here, CEO of Proby's Tax and Accounting. All right. Hey, family, Serenity, thanks for jumping on here. Haven't spent, what she said, haven't spent any time on marketing yet or something. Okay, again, when the weather looks like this, it makes it so much more difficult for me to see the screen. Hey, Anya Lovers. Hi, Mom T. How are you doing? Yes. Hi, just said, thanks for jumping in here. Lerner Smith, thank you for the hearts. Okay. So, guys, this is a very exciting topic today, and this is something that we all need. Got to have it. If you're starting a business, let's make sure you get these get these points, because we got to have our business plan. 3 reasons having a business plan is very important to your business. Now, a lot of us start businesses, and the business plan is the last thing on our mind. We want to get it started. We do this LLC. We have all the stuff set up, a lot of these corporate documents, and everyone is ready to go, and they don't know what the next steps are. I always said there's a business plan. You have to have plans and projections. And so we want to talk about 3 reasons why having a business plan is so important to your business, guys. And make some notes of this. This is super important. Hi, Laverne Smith, Rod Smith. Thank you guys for jumping in. So let's jump right into this. 3 reasons why you should have a business plan, how important it is. The first point is loans and investors. And I know everyone wants to hear this. I get calls every single week from clients who have started a business. And the first thing everybody wants to know, how can I get a business loan? How can I get funding? And so many myths is out there. Start a business and you can immediately go out and create credit and you can immediately get funding from somewhere. It doesn't just happen that easy, okay? So a lot of people are misled with that. They think this, they get the business started, it automatically will have business credit and they can automatically go and get money from a bank or from any type of lending source. You have to have a business plan, guys, because any bank, any investors, any lender, they want to know that you have a specific plan and a sound plan for your business. They want to make sure that you have already did your research, you know that the market is ready for your business, the product or service that you have to offer, you know that it's out there and that people needs it, so the public is going to support it. You need to make sure that you have that down. They want to know that you have done your homework, you have find out what kind of dollar projection that you have to make, what kind of budget you're going to need to make sure this business work. You must have these things in order for anyone to invest in your business. You have to know what you're doing. They have to know that you know what you're doing, and they have to see it. You can have a business. It doesn't have to be comprehensive. You can have a business plan that's simplified. Don't have to be a very comprehensive, involved business plan. Some of these business plans could be pages and pages and pages long based on what type of business. It does not have to be that comprehensive, but you have to have all those specific things in there. They have to know who's going to run the business. They want to know the qualifications of the people who is going to run the business. They want to know that you have specific things in place in order for you to stay on top of your business goals, right? So this is the key. Number one, loans, you can't get it. Nobody will invest. No bank, no private lender, not even a good friend with some money may invest in there if you don't show them something, right? So you can have a business plan. You can have it looking beautiful. You can have graphs and all that stuff so they could see what you're projecting. And they know that you have financial statements projection in there, because of course you don't have any solid numbers yet because you haven't done business, but you have projected some numbers. Why? Because you have done some homework and you know enough of the business that you're getting into to know what type of revenue that you're going to be getting in, and to also be able to see what kind of money that you're going to have to spend to get this business started. Very important, guys. Investors, banks, no one with money is going to be interested in it, putting into your business if you don't have a business plan to show them what exactly you are going to do with this business. How are you going to pay me back? How are you going to make money? That's what your business plan will do. Okay, so first point on there, you must have a business plan for loans for investors in order for these people to give you any type of funding for your business. All right, that's my first point today. So we're talking about 3 reasons having a business plan is very important for your business. Hi, Rhonda. How are you doing? Yes. All right. Good afternoon. So that's the first point, guys. Second point today. And again, so many businesses are running without a business plan. Every time I talk to clients and I ask them questions and they don't have those answers, I ask them if they, how many people they can service, if they get, a lot of customers, clients, are they prepared? They haven't planned this. So they don't know how they're going to make this happen. And that's just not a good sign of a prosperous business. It's hard to work. So the second point today, it's proven to have about 30% faster in growth with a business plan, right? And one of the reasons for that is because when you have your plan, you have these goals that you're set, right? And so you track them. You make sure that you're on point. You make sure that you are able to maneuver, make different shifts, come up with different strategy if something is not working. And so because you're on it, you have already projected. And it doesn't mean that everything you project is going to work. That never happens. You just make the changes as you go along. If something is not working, then you make another change, you make adjustments as you go along. And this is why your growth is faster, because you're on it, right? You're not waiting to the end to find out later on that something is not working and for the whole business to crash. You're not waiting until that point, because you have a business plan, because you know exactly what you have projected. You know what your numbers should be 6 months, 1 year, maybe 18 months, and you're tracking your business growth, right? You're tracking that and see how much you're stuck to those plans, your marketing strategy, all the stuff is in your business plan. So when you're staying on top of the business plan and making sure that things are working out the way you planned it, and or you're adjusting as you go along, your business will grow faster because you can take action sooner than later, right? Take action sooner than later, because that is the key, right? So the second point is proven that businesses grow at least 30% faster by having a valid business plan. Again, it don't have to be complex. Just make sure you have the very strategic things in place, what you're offering, what service, what product. Do some marketing research, and you know what kind of dollars that's involved, what kind of projection you need, and you have everything in place, how you're going to operate it, who are the people that's going to make sure that it works. This is what goes into the business plan, guys. And so once you have this in place, it will definitely help the business to grow faster, because things are going to be set up the way you plan them, and or you're going to make adjustment as you go along, right? So that's my second point today. All right, guys. So let's move on to the third point. You guys hit like and share on this video, get some more folks involved. This is one of the areas where so many people who are interested in getting their business started, who have started it to some degree, but they are not prepared. And they feel like someone should give them some money. And a lot of times they're calling me and they ask me, well, can I get a loan? And when I ask them questions, first of all, about the business plan, No one has done that. They feel like it's not important, but it is. How are you going to come to me and ask me to give you money if I was a bank and you can't show me anything on paper? I don't know how you're going to run this business. I don't know if you even know, you know what I mean, what exactly is needed for you to be successful, and how can you pay that money back? This is what they want to know, right? So, Serenity says, oh, wow. All right. Hi, Rhonda. How are you doing? Okay, good. So let's move on to the third point today, guys. Put your question or comment in the chat. I'll attempt to answer them now or come back through here. But the third point, a reason why the business plan is so important to your business. Third point today is it minimizes risks, right? So it minimizes risk. Now, the way it does this is when we start a business, for the most part, there's a lot of stuff we don't really know, right? So this is why we're ready to learn. We have an open mind. We know that things are not going to be as easy as it's propped up to be. There's work that has to be done. But once again, by us having a business plan, by you having some financial projections, which is totally important, because you can't ask someone to invest in your business, or do anything with your business, or even support you in any way, shape, or form if you have no idea what that business is going to be doing, right? So once you have a plan in place, and because you are able to monitor the business, right? And we want to check on our plan on a regular basis. It's like I keep saying, this is the blueprint. This is the blueprint, right? This is what we got to follow to make sure the business works. I don't think a lot of people understand that that's what the business plan does, right? And it tells you that what the marketing is doing, because you have to do a market research in your business plan. So it minimizes risk because you have done a market research. It tells you certain things that maybe you don't need to do, or certain areas that you may not need to provide, put your business in, because you have done marketing research. They don't need your services over here, or they don't need your product in that area. So these research that you do for marketing, this is why you're going to minimize risk. You don't spend a lot of money trying something in an area that you have already research and know that it may not work. Okay, so this is why the business plan is going to minimize risk, because you already did this stuff and you researched this stuff, and you know not to take the risk to maybe open your business in a certain area that is not conducive to what you have to offer. Okay, this is what the business plan allows you to do. All right, so have a business plan in the making. Okay, so you have a business plan in the making. Awesome, Serenity. That is awesome. You got to start with that, because let me tell you something. It is going to take you a long ways in terms of getting the business going, getting it started, and then making adjustment as you go along, right? So that's why the third point is so important, because it minimizes risk, because we can stay on top of it. You can create the business plan, and of course, again, it's not just on a piece of paper. We can't just write it. I know people do this. They do a business plan, they lock it away, they never look at it again, and they just flying by the seat of their pants, and they just running the operation, and they're just doing whatever they're doing, but they never go back. They never go back to see if that was what was in the cards. Is this what we projected? Are we meeting the numbers? So the projection is so important, because like I said, if you are reading the numbers and you have projected that you're going to make X amount of dollars within a 6 months time of a 6 months period, and you look at those numbers and it's nowhere near those numbers, it means it's time for you to make another move and do something different. So now you're not taking the risk of continue operating the way you're doing it, going down the road 12 months later, 18 months later, and now you have a cash flow problem, right? A cash flow problem, because it's too late. And a lot of times this is why businesses fail. Businesses fail because they run into a cash flow problem, because they haven't checked on their business plan. They haven't checked on their numbers. They haven't noticed that their projection and the money they're actually making, none of it looks, it doesn't look the same. It's not measuring up, right? So you project some numbers that you're going to be making and your expenses. And then when you look at the actual, now you're operating, so you have your financial statement. It's important to do it financial, guys, because without it, you don't know the real numbers. You compare your real numbers, you compare it with your projected numbers. And if you are far off, if you projected that you're going to make, say, $50,000 within a 6 months period, and your expenses is going to be $30,000, and so you'll have a profit. And when you look, you're making $40,000, the expenses is $45,000. You're operating at a loss. If you're not paying attention to this, Your risk is greater than anybody else's in terms of you not making it, right? You are going to have a financial crisis. And if you don't have any money in reserves, guys, this is why a lot of businesses go out of business at an early stage in their operation, right? Not paying attention, not have a plan, and not reading it, okay? So those are my 3 points. I don't know how much to hammer this point home, but those are 3 points, 3 reasons having a business plan is important for your business, guys. Make some notes of this, come back through here, listen to this video, and or make some comments if you want some questions answered. Let me go back over these. Let me recap what these 3 reasons having a business plan is important for your business. So many people start their business with a business plan. When I started my business, I didn't have a business plan because I just had to get this business started. You know, I can give you that story where it was, okay, it's time for me to make some money, and the business I was in, the job I was at, that closes down, and I got to hit the ground running. And so I didn't write a business plan. But as I go along the road and started going to different seminars and going to schools and places where there's small business seminars, and then they give you the reason why this stuff should be done, you learn this as you go. And if you haven't done one and you started without it, then it's not too late. You know, make sure that you write it. Okay, so first point though, got to have this one. If you want loans or anyone investing in your business, point number 1, got to have a business plan. Nobody's going to give you any money not knowing if you even know what you're talking about, if you even have a projection for that business, if you even know where it's going. Who's going to loan you any money? They don't know whether you're going to make money and pay them back. They don't know this. The business plan will have your marketing plan in there. It will have who is going to run and operate the business. It's going to have your projection, how much money you plan to make, how much it's going to spend to get this business off the ground, all the stuff, who you're going to, you know, how are you going to service, what does the public want? Are you offering anything that the public even needs, right? So that's going to be in it. So investors, banks, they're not going to be interested if they can't see this. Second point, it has been proven that business grow about 30% with a business plan. Why? Because they are able to track the success of their business by going back, reviewing the plan, and see if things are working out and going as planned, and or make adjustment as they go along. And if you're able to do this in a timely manner, then your business will grow much faster. So that's the second point. And the third point, it minimizes risk. Now you're on top of everything. You're comparing notes, you're comparing your projection, you're comparing your actual expenses because you're operating now. So you know if the money is coming in and money is going out. And if it's too much, you know how you're doing this because now you're tracking all this stuff. You know if management is right for the position they're in. You know if you need to make a shift. All of these different strategies you know you can put in place because you're on top of it. Guys, it minimizes risk of having a serious financial problem and or just having the business completely go out of business way too soon simply because you're not planned and you're not on top of it. Okay, so that's my third point today. Thank you for very good tips. I formed an LLC and everything, but want to be ready to get started. All right, it says offering services for some time. Okay, yeah, so that's perfect. So you got it started. Now you're ready to get going on it. And this is perfect. You have to make sure that things are in order for you to be successful, guys. So with that said, it brings me to the free webinar, right? We're having a free workshop. It's going to be, we're going to talk about these things. We're going to get more in depth, in detail about the business plans and how to write one, the things that goes in it. We'll talk about that. That's a part of it, getting your business started. And if you started and haven't, done much with it, this workshop is for you. And it's going to give you what goes in the business plan, how to write one, just a simplified version, and you will see how much that's going to help you. We'll talk a lot about just being an entrepreneur and just the different things that you have to have in place in order for you to run and operate a very successful business. So guys, go to elainesdesk.com. elainesdesk.com. Sign up for the free webinar. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay anything for it. This one is going to be free because I want to make sure I want to help you guys. When I started my business, I didn't have any quick fixes. I had to do all kinds of long classes and stuff like that. So I want to do this for you guys so that you can know exactly what you need to do right off the top. Spend a little time with us one day, one evening. It's going to be on the 15th. I believe it's on the 15th, right? under 15. So spend about 90 minutes, I think an hour, hour and a half. And I'll teach you guys everything you need to know to get that business started, get it off the ground, and then we'll know more about this business plan that we should have, must have, right? The learner says, right. Free workshop. I am there. That's right. Hi, Norman Strand. How you doing? Thanks for jumping in here. Hello. All right, Mr. Twin. So yeah, so it's free. And once you guys get your business off the ground, look, we gonna have a whole lot more that we're gonna cover. Okay, so go to elainesdesk.com, sign up for the webinar. There's gonna be flyers and different things that's out on the internet and on all the various sites that we have. So you can get the information there to go directly and sign up for the free workshop. Okay, so with that said, I want to make sure you guys are successful with that. We're going to see you guys back here on Thursday. What are we having on Thursday? What are we talking about on Thursday? Now we're here again every Tuesday and Thursday, you guys. Make sure you keep your notification on like you're doing so you can get in here and get this information. And Miss Amber Belgrave, thanks for jumping in here. Awesome. Yes. All right. So she said she was just about to do what? She was just about to ask for a business plan workshop. Right. Yes. So we're going to talk about it on the 15th. Awesomeness. Okay, guys. So Thursday we'll be back. Make sure that you guys tune back in on Thursday afternoon. Great information, again, like we always do every single week. This stuff is really super important if you are interested in getting another source of income and or quit your 9-to-5 for those of you who may want to do that, or just simply getting another source of income, or you have a side hustle you want to turn into a business and, just be your own boss, right? And take control of your life. All right. So with that said, guys, you have a wonderful rest of this Thursday afternoon. Tuesday. We're still on Tuesday. Wonderful rest of this Tuesday afternoon. I'll see you guys back here on Thursday. And with that said, I want you guys to take care of each other and take care of yourself. Thanks. Bye-bye.